We have been exploring our community this week. Today, we are going to focus on art in our community. Our question of the day is: where do I see art in my community? And art can be used in a lot of different ways. In our community, we will focus today on looking at some paintings, a film, quilts, and architecture. The first artist I would like to feature today is Peyton Duncan. She's a local artist, and if you've ever went downtown, you've probably seen this mural on the wall. And she has lots of paintings, but she's also working on films. And this is a film that she created. And she created this film in memory of someone she lost, but also to highlight the mountains that we all love. And you may hear a song that you are very familiar with. And the person singing this song today is Miss Bay's son, Waylon. So enjoy.
Back before these callous hands and all this work, we used to sit up at the flats, acting like we'd live forever, making friends and skipping class. Yeah, I'd reckon we were heathens, but in her eyes we were saints. Now you're calling all the boys home, 'cause heaven's angels carried her away. So I will follow you to Verdi, although it hurts me so. Lay to rest this mountain beauty that the Lord's called home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines. Back when all us boys were trying to make sense of all these strings, I can see her in the corner, singing along to all our crazy tunes. So I will follow you to Verdi, although it hurts me so. Lay to rest this mountain beauty that the Lord's called home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines. I will follow you to Virgin, although it hurts me so. And lay to rest this mountain beauty that the Lord's called home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines, saying, "Boys, be good."
Peyton, thank you very much for sharing that with us. The next artist I would like to feature, that's a local artist, is Tommy Whitaker. And Whitaker's work has been exhibited through the state for decades. If you've been to Apple Day, you probably have seen him there, and he usually sells his artwork there. In 2001, he earned the East Kentucky Leadership's Culture and Arts Award. He was best known for his paintings and prints that depicted life in Eastern Kentucky, as well as self portraits that showcased his personality, as you can see here. I also wanted to show this painting by Regina Daniels, and it features historical sites, people, and places that are capturing the rich history of Johnson County. You've probably been to some of those places in this painting. And this is actually a mural that you can find downtown at Paint Creek Park. I also wanted to share some information about quilting. And quilting is definitely a tradition that you can find here in Eastern Kentucky. A lot of our grandparents quilted and have quilts. They pass them down from generation to generation. We even have them depicted on our Country Highway Museum and even at the Oscar Center in Oil Springs. So, if you've never seen a quilt before, I'm sure you could ask your grandparents about them and they can show you a quilt. The next thing I want to talk about is architecture. And architecture is just the kind of like the study of buildings and how they're built and what they look like. And we have a very famous building here in Eastern Kentucky called the Mayo Mansion. And this mansion was built by John C. Mayo in 1905. It's huge. It has 40 rooms. And I wanted to share a video about Mayo Mansion.
A smaller home was originally planned by Mr. Mayo, but he decided to build a larger one in 1905, wanting to create a home that would be the envy of the Lexington Bluegrass area homes. The house is based on Green Hill, the home of Colonel James Ben Hagan. The architect was J.R. Gieske of Cerrito, West Virginia. It took 7 years to complete from 1905 to 1912. The area was very swampy, so the land had to be filled in. The stone for the foundation and coins was quarried from the Mayo farm just as it was for the church. Italian stonemasons moved from Cincinnati to dress the stone on site and at the quarry. The left side of the mansion was the men's side. The men's drawing room was downstairs with Mr. Mayo's bedroom directly above, decorated in blue and with a private bath. The right side for women with a drawing room below and Mrs. Mayo's bedroom directly above, decorated in pink and green. There was also a music room with a pink and green Steinway piano. The home has 3 stories, 40 rooms, and a full basement. At the time, the construction costs were $250,000, which translates to approximately $5 million in today's money. Court Street between the church and the mansion is still paved with brick. Up towards the end of the street where Court Street meets Fifth Street is called Happy Hollow. Tradition has it that this was called that because most of the Italian stonemasons lived up that way. There was often music and laughter heard from that area, with residents commenting, "That must be a really happy holler." The building in the corner of the yard was Mayo's business office. The stone fence was built for little more than $5,000. Sadly, Mr. Mayo was only able to enjoy his home for 2 years. He died in New York on May 11, 1914 at 2:30 in the afternoon of Bright's disease, a sickness of the kidney. Nearly 5,000 people attended his funeral. The governor, James B. McCreary, brought a delegation of state officials. From the announcement of Mayo's death until after the funeral, all the town's businesses and banks were closed. After Mayo's death, his widow met and married Dr. S. P. Fetter, and, complaining of the poor roads, left Paintsville and lived the rest of her life in Ashland, Kentucky.
So I'm just really interested in Mayo Mansion, and I think it's so cool that it's right here in our little community. So what you're going to do for me today is you're actually going to do a an art piece. So we've explored attractions and festivals in our community this week, how music has played a role in our community, and today how art has played a role in shaping our community. So your assignment for today is to complete a piece of art. On a sheet of paper, I want you to draw what you find special about our community. It could be something that you do with your family. It could be an art piece about music we've discussed. It could be an art piece showing the rural community that we live in, country life. This is up to you. Make sure it is an art piece that shows something about our community. Every year we create an art piece for Apple Day, and it always pertains to our community. So think of this as a way to celebrate where we live. Make sure to add color to your drawing. Do not just use a pencil. When you are finished, I want you to click on the Padlet link found on Google Classroom, and you are going to add a picture of your drawing, your artwork, to our Padlet. So to do this, you need to click the plus sign at the bottom, click the camera, and there you can take a selfie with your art piece. Make sure you give your art piece a title and add your name. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson today and have a great day creating art.